John Makdessi back here in the program. John, it's been a while since we've actually had a conversation. How have things been for you the last little bit? Because you were doing some different things with your camp the last time we spoke.
Yes, I just kind of, I wanted to evolve as a fighter. I felt that things needed to be changed for me. I've been doing martial arts my whole life, I just felt that I hit a plateau, and
Okay.
I felt that I needed something to, respark, revive my motivation, my fire to kind of compete at a high level, and work with people that have good chemistry with, and people that kind of understand how my mind works, and simplify my life. Mixed martial arts is very complicated at times. I
Yeah.
find that I travel, I worked at big gyms. I just never felt that it clicked. I always felt frustrated, and not has nothing to do with the other gyms. Has nothing to do with the coaches. I worked with some of the best coaches in the world. It's just at the end of the day, for me to go in the cage, at my best, I felt that I needed to simplify and focus on my strengths and kind of, not really overthink stuff. I'm a fighter that kind of, strive for perfection. I find sometimes I'm my worst enemy. So
Yep.
you know what I mean.
So who are your coaches now?
Right now, I work with different individuals, Muay Thai, my wrestling, my grappling. I work with different guys that have a connection, good guys. I work with at Montreal, Tai Long, Montreal. I work with a Muay Thai instructor, my head coach Alan Yu. Then I got my wrestling trainer. I got two guys who help my wrestling game, Sergey and Noel. He's national team. Work with the nationals. I just work with guys with good chemistry in different aspects of the game. My ground, and I kind of work with different body types, and the goal is to be well rounded, and to kind of be ready for anything. You know what I mean?
So do you find it hard getting training partners in that kind of atmosphere?
It's always hard to find, like, I mean, it's hard to find sparring partners that wanted to get a beating. A lot of these guys don't like to get hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like boxing where we're able to afford to get guys to come in and kind of take a beating. That's pretty much their job. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys, they kind of sparring. I try to go hard, but the thing is, I hurt a lot of guys in the gym, and I don't really do it on purpose. You know what I mean? It's just I train high intensity all the time. I train hard. I always believe I came from an old school background where it's always high intensity interval training. A lot of hit training. And
Yeah.
the problem with that is a lot of guys are not at my level. And the guys who are at my level, there's a lot of egos in the sport, so they don't want to really kind of take the chance. So it's hard to balance everything out. But I work with what I got, and I'm very happy. I have a good team, and I'm very confident. I'm in the best shape ever. I train hard every day, 2-3 times a day. So mentally, physically, I'm ready for this guy.
So Lando Venata is your opponent. Obviously, your fight's in Toronto, December 10th. Big card, Toronto card. Just lost, of course, lost the main event of Daniel Cormier and Anthony Johnson. But now Anthony Pettis and Max Holloway have been moved up to an interim title fight. So obviously, for you, fighting in Canada is a big deal for you. That's one of the places you'd love to fight. Do you like fighting in Toronto?
Yeah, of course. Toronto is like my second home. I got family there, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's always good to fight in Canada soil for many purposes. You know what I mean? And I am a Canadian, and we're trying to, it's always good to try to, build the market over here. Canada kind of went the MMA game over here is kind of slow
Mm-hmm.
after the whole George St. Pierre, all that stuff. So, but a lot of people, they kind of forget there's a lot of good. I'm always been one of the most underrated fighters in mixed martial arts. I felt that I never had an easy fight. I never had they never built me up. I always fought the toughest guys in the UFC. You know,
So how is Lando then going to compare to your other opponents?
Lando. Every fighter, I never overlook any opponent. Every fighter is tough. You know what I mean? The thing is with at the end of the day, like what Lando, what he brings to the table, is his the way he is in a sense of. He's very tricky fighter. He's a tricky fighter, and he likes to come forward. But a lot of fighters, they always fight me differently when they fight me. I'm a different type of. They never face an opponent like me. I'm able. I'm not scared to get hit, and I'm not one of those guys who I'm very intelligent in the sense of I'm very calculated, especially in the stand-up game. And I'm very smart, and if he tries to come forward at me, it's gonna, we'll see how the fight plays out. But I mean, I really doubt it. If he studied me and if he watched my fights, he knows that I'm always waiting for the guys to come in. So a lot of guys, they kind of fight me from the outside, but he's not a big guy, so we'll see how it's gonna be an interesting fight.
I'm interested to see because I see a lot of, as of late, a lot of guys with bigger records. You're at 14-5, and then Lando's record at 8-1. I seem to see a lot of these matchups now where a guy with a lot less experience is being pushed into fighting a guy with a lot of experience. Do you feel like that obviously you don't overlook anybody, and you know that Orlando's very tricky. Do you think he's ready for your level of experience though inside the cage?
You know what, man? My third fight in UFC, I was 9-0 or 8-0. I fought Dennis Hallman, twice my size, much more experience. So I mean, when it's not like boxing where the way they build up the fighters. At the end of the day, records don't mean nothing in MMA. And at the end of the day, for me, I don't really focus on the records. At the end of the day, I hope to God he underestimates me.
Yeah.
He said that it's a flawless victory for him. So I'm happy that he's very confident, and we'll see December 10th.
John Makdessi's got Lando Venata coming up here. John, thanks so much, man. I know it's a Sunday, and I know it's you just got done. You can tell by the background. It's finished up one of your workouts. I appreciate it. Good luck, man. I'll see you up in Toronto.
Oh, thank you, man. It's always happy to see you and talking to you, bro. Take care.